Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. The future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, and to the 6th graduation ceremony for our Midlands campus. Over the course of all 11 ceremonies in TUS, more than 4,000 students will graduate and will become the first members of the TUS alumni community. Graduation day brings with it a roller coaster of emotions for graduands and for your family alike. It is a time of celebrations and time of great achievement. There is reflection on past trials and successes, as well as great hope and dreams for the future. As a parent, family member, or guardian of the graduands here today, you have done your job of shaping their minds and filling their hearts. Now it's time to step back and let them shine. All of their work has trained them for what is about to become. The order of ceremonies is in your booklet, and this is the 6th graduation ceremony out of 7 that we have had over the course of the 3 days across our 4 faculties here on the Athlone campus. A couple of safety issues. Fire exits are very clearly marked, 2 behind me, 2 at the side, and the entrance point within which you came into the arena. In the unlikely event of a fire operating, please follow my colleagues and our stewards safely towards the fire exits. Please note that we are strictly adhering to COVID regulations and guidelines, so you are required to wear your mask throughout the ceremony, and please remain in your allocated seats. As you will see, we have a photographer here today, Jeff Harvey Photography from Tullamore and Pat from Lafayette Photography. They are all in the arena to capture this very, very special day for all of you. Individual photographs will be taken over in the MPH if you have pre-booked. We are not going to clap for each individual recipient this afternoon, as we have a lot of confers to go through. So at the end of your programme, your head of department will instruct you to stand up and take a well-deserved standing ovation and clap for your class group collectively. During our ceremony this afternoon, we will confer each row of conferees via their programme as set out in the booklet. You will enter on the stage to the left, walk onto the stage, get your parchment from our president, and exit carefully down the steps here on the right-hand side. Our beautiful music this afternoon is provided by the 2nd Brigade Band from the Defence Forces, who are beautifully conducted by Captain Thomas Kelly. We are very grateful and hugely proud that they were able to provide a wonderful accompaniment for our ceremonies here in the arena. It really adds a wonderful, exciting and beautiful element to this graduation ceremonies. So can you all please give them a round of applause to show your appreciation. Can you all please make sure that your mobile phones are turned to silent or turned off? And a reminder for all of our guests here on campus that our campus is proudly a non-smoking and non-vaping campus, so if you could respect that. At the commencement of the academic ceremony in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to stand as the procession walks into the arena up the central aisle, and they're going to gather on the platform here to my left-hand side. You are to remain standing until the academic procession has concluded and all parties are on the stage and seated. So, to give you a little bit of background into the history and significance of some of the elements that make up this afternoon's ceremony. Our academic procession this afternoon is hierarchical, with academics walking into the arena first. It is then followed by our President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cannan, Registrar and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Francis O'Connell, Chair of our governing body, Josephine Fihely, Dean of Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Dr. Sean Lyons, Head of Department of Civil Engineering, Joe Lawless, and Head of Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design, Breatha Lynch. The academic dress that you are wearing this morning adds colour, spectacle and a sense of occasion to conferring ceremonies. Your gown, hood, cap, sleeves and colours are all very distinctive elements of our ceremony. Bonnets, you'll note when the procession walks into the arena, are worn by our President, Registrar and Chair of our governing body. There is also a wonderful little graduation tradition called the turning of the tassel. You are all wearing motorboards, most of you this afternoon. Tassels are black for the motorboard caps, and all graduands should wear their tassel to the right-hand side of the motorboard cap until you have been conferred with your award, when you then place the tassel to the left-hand side, hence the tradition turning of the tassel. This tradition symbolises your transition from student to graduate. So, ladies and gentlemen, my advice is to sit back and enjoy our graduation ceremony this evening as the sun beams into the arena. Orrin Hatch once said that graduation is not the end, it is simply the beginning. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we are all ready, we will stand and begin our graduation ceremony for the Technological University of the Shannon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Díobh Galéir agus Fáilte go balla Halún. President, Chair of Governing Body, members of Governing Body, distinguished members of staff, graduates, family, guardians and friends, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you to the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest and the sixth of our 7 conferring ceremonies to be conducted on the Athlone campus of our Technological University over 3 days, encompassing 4 faculties, including the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning, the Faculty of Science and Health, the Faculty of Business and Hospitality, and last but not least, the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. Today is an incredibly proud day for us as we celebrate in person these inaugural TUS graduation ceremonies with you, our graduates. During these ceremonies, we will have conferred over 2,273 academic awards from level 6 to level 10, including 1,944 undergraduate awards, 316 postgraduate awards, 3 Masters by Research, and 9 PhDs. My name is Frances O'Connell, the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Registrar, and today it is my honour and privilege to act as your MC for our graduation sessions. Our conferring session is the highlight of our academic calendar, one that brings great joy not only to you, our graduates, and your family and guardians and friends here today, but it creates great pride for our university community, made up of academics, professional, faculty and support staff that have supported you directly and indirectly on your journey that culminates today with your conferring. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the members of the presiding top table at this conferring ceremony. So from left to right as you view, Ms. Cora McCormack of the Quality Office, Professor Vincent Canaan, President of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midland, Midwest, Ms. Josephine Fehily, Chair of the Governing Body of the Technological University, Dr. Sean Lyons, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, and Dr. Maura Brophy, the Dean of Postgraduate Studies and Research. Welcome. I'd also like to welcome the members of the academic staff and the faculty and department, both on the stage and in the audience. We're also joined today by members of the governing body who are seated in our audience as well, so thank you for being here. Before we commence the formal proceedings, I welcome and thank the 2nd Brigade Army Band for their contribution to today's ceremony, celebrating your special day through music under the stewardship of Captain Thomas Kelly. Finally, I welcome you, and most importantly, our graduates. This day is all about marking your academic achievement. It's a day that you get to publicly celebrate this with your family, guardians and friends, and the community of staff right across our technological university. We stand with you today to acknowledge formally this significant milestone in your life and career. So to give you a short overview of the proceedings, today's conferring will start with the formal address by the Chairperson of the Governing Body of the Technological University of the Shannon, Ms. Josephine Fehily. It will be followed by the formal commencement of the conferring ceremony by the President, Professor Vincent Canaan, and the notice of the conferral of awards. The Dean of your faculty will then introduce the awards to be presented, and each graduate's name will then be called individually by your head of department under your class group. It will then be followed by a formal address by our President, Professor Vincent Canaan. So now I call upon the Chair of our governing body, Ms. Josephine Fehily, to address you today.
Thank you, Frances, for that introduction, and good afternoon. Rini ushli ilig is more an or damsa, falcha corroiv in you, chigan caed sharmanish bronte kema, de chud na hulscola technoliacht the nua, tus, lor chira agus man her. Can wrong fiha fis a hen, a hench agus kelura, hogorjas gomor live galer. Welcome, distinguished guests, and welcome especially to you, our graduates. It is an honour for me to be here with you today for the inaugural graduation ceremonies of TUS, the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest. Today, we recognise and we celebrate you, the class of 2021. Congratulations to all of you. It's my privilege to be the first chair of the first governing body of Ireland's first trans-regional university. That's a lot of firsts, but I think it's a really big deal. The launch of TUS on October 1st was a significant day in the educational life of this country and in the social and economic development of the Midlands and Midwest regions. Designation as a technological university will enable TUS to build on the achievements and successes of its forebears, the Athlone Institute of Technology and the Limerick Institute of Technology. It will open up capacity and provide access to the highest level of education, technology and research to a hinterland of 850,000 people and growing. TUS is a new kind of university, one which will drive enhanced development across the Midlands and Midwest with a consolidation of expertise that will further strengthen the region's competitiveness and its attractiveness to business. For example, research of national importance is already underway here in TUS's Athlone campus in areas such as the circular economy, smart drug delivery and sterilisation. TUS will also make a significant impact internationally. Even though it's Ireland's newest university, your alma mater already has an educational footprint in 105 countries. And here on the Athlone campus, we have students drawn from 84 nations, reflecting the globalised nature of the campus. This past 18 months have posed unprecedented challenges for all of us, including the higher education sector. It makes it even more remarkable that the development of TUS largely occurred during this global pandemic, and it is a credit to all concerned. But the launch was only the beginning. The challenge now is to consolidate and grow, to develop and thrive, and to exploit the opportunities available to TUS while holding on to the ethos of both AIT and LIT. An ethos of supporting access to education, of responsiveness to business and to the communities in which our 6 campuses serve. The last 18 months have also meant that you, our graduates, have not had a typical student's path to today. You've had your studies disrupted, not to mention your social lives. And if you're making up for lost time on the social scene, can I ask you please to do so carefully for your own sakes? The pandemic may also have impacted on your next steps, on your life and work choices. I hope that some of those impacts may be for the better. You've had one other change, which I hope you will view as positive. You signed up to study in Athlone Institute of Technology, and you graduate today instead with an award from a technological university. You, the class of 2021, are and always will be the first ever to receive an award from TUS. As its first graduates, I hope you will remain fiercely proud of your alma mater and work with us to collectively leverage the Midlands and Midwest regions for the betterment of all who reside here as we move towards a post-pandemic life, a life which feels as if it will be different somehow. You should also be fiercely proud of yourselves. It took focus and resilience, as well as hard work, to achieve the success which you are celebrating here today. Give yourselves a large pat on the back. Say thank you to those who supported you, your families, your friends, your tutors. You know who they are. And I wish you every possible success in the next phase of your lives, wherever that may take you. Cógáirde reached Gorong Fihefe Sahem. Bacordi of a Anvrodul Fad. Guyam Gachra Urv, As Sha'amak, Kibe Boher, a Raunoishiv. Guramila Mahagoiv, Iskanairi Liv Galer. Thank you.
Josephine, thank you for your very warm address and the recognition of the exciting times that lie ahead for our technological university, built on the strong history of both AIT and LIT. President, I now call upon you to officially commence the academic conferring and the conferral of awards.
Ar ciod na hallscoil technoliaachta na Siona, dar tíre I her lar, brunam dacnach tani oglamori na hallscoil technoliaachta tataréis and cagdan sin na wanchamak. Agus éirm go churfa na hoglamori sin am a lahar, con a bar a horverdiv go formul. On behalf of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the Technological University who have achieved the standard for those awards. And I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
Thank you, President. I'm now delighted to invite Dr. Sean Lyons to present his conferees for award. Those to be conferred are outlined in your conferring booklet from page 44 to page 48. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. Today, as the Dean of Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, it is my great pleasure to recognise all the conferees on programmes from Level 6 to Level 10, spanning diverse fields of study, ranging from graphic design to polymer engineering, and from music and instrument technology to quantity surveying. This year, across the faculty, there's been some particularly notable achievements. Just a few of the highlights include 2 graphic design students who were awarded the coveted International Society of Typographic Designers membership. Our BSc in Quantity Surveying was formally accredited by the Society of Chartered Surveyors, which entitles all current and past students to come forward for membership of that organisation. A 4th-year animation and illustration student won the Big Picture competition at the renowned Dingle Animation Festival. Our Materials Research Institute successfully launched 2 research programmes funded under the Disruptive Technologies Fund, working with company Osteoform and partners to improve care for patients who need ostomy care, and working with MBF and their partners on recycling of PET polymers. Today, we celebrate a moment of real consequence in the lives of all of you graduates. It's a significant honour for me to stand here today and celebrate the achievements with you, particularly as you become the first engineering graduates of the Technological University of the Shannon. To all of the conferees, on behalf of my faculty colleagues, I want to offer our warmest congratulations. You've completed your awards in extraordinary times, and by showing the adaptability and the perseverance that these times required of you. I know we've asked a lot of you in your time with us, and you've responded with good humour, with hard work and real commitment. But nobody makes it to graduation alone, so I join the President, the Registrar and the Chair Governing Body in congratulating too all of your loved ones who helped and supported you throughout your time with us. President, I'm satisfied that the following candidates have successfully completed programmes of study within the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. They are worthy of the awards about to be conferred upon them. I invite you now to present to them their parchments. All graduates not attending today's ceremony are conferred in absentia. I now call upon my colleague, Joe Lawless, Head of Department of Civil Engineering and Trades, who will introduce the conferees from that department.
Good afternoon. Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Joe Carroll. Alan Deering. Colin Fouladay. Lim Yatman. Robert Moran. Ben Neal, Kepa Orak, Cathal Reynolds, Pauline Toulmonde, as the graduates return to their seats, can you join me and give them a round of applause? Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering, Carl Stewart. Can you please give Carl a round of applause, please? Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying, Jack Benson. Dermot Davis. Stephen Farrell. Stephen Gavigan. Kevin O'Byrne. And Peter Smith. As the graduates return to their seats, can you please again join me in a round of applause? Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Management, Michael Bagnall. Colin Birmingham. Ben Deavy. Cathal Duffy. Pádraig Hannon. Gerard Kelly. Jerry Killian. Victor Moralowski. Finbar Murray. Michael O'Connor. Deborah Oguntoki. Ronan Redmond. Again, can you join me in giving them a round of applause? I'm now handing over to my colleague, Breda Lynch, Head of the Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design.
Good afternoon. Higher Certificate in Business in Music and Instrument Technology, Gillian Batty. Could I have a round of applause, please, for Gillian? Higher Certificate in Engineering in Music and Instrument Technology, Ian Cassidy. Daniel Killick. Sagar Kumar. Could I have a round of applause, please, for the graduates as they return to their seats? Bachelor of Arts Honours in Animation and Illustration, Paddy Bagg. Cian Brown. Jamie Conway. Andrea Cook. Jenny Koss. Gemma Dunn. Helen Dunn. Connor Foster. Karolina Gorseska. Jack Harrison. Sabina Klazinska. Isabel Lawler. Derry Luttrell. Shane McDermott. Gemma McKenney. Logan Rock. Murren Smith. As the graduates of the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Animation and Illustration return to their seats, could I have a collective round of applause, please? Bachelor of Arts in Graphic Design, Julia Barzenko. Siobhan McDermott. Hugh McLean. Malgorzata Pudniak-Salitra. Larissa Sheridan Chaubanu. Could I please have a round of applause for the Bachelor of Arts in Graphic Design? Bachelor of Arts Honours in Graphic and Digital Design, Sarah Corcoran. Niamh Cummins. Stephen Early. Veronica Heydrich. Diamante Jankoskacha. Christina Logan. Joyce Stafford. Oscar Sulsensky. Katrina Zameza. Could I please have a round of applause for the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Graphic and Digital Design? Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Anne-Marie Atherton. Mamadou Ba. Brian Compton. Raymond Joyce. Ronan Kelly. David Murray. Ahmed Musa. William Page. Saklan Sadiq. Cormac Sheridan. Patrick Urbaniak. Could I please have a round of applause for the Bachelor of Engineering and Mechanical Engineering graduates? Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronics, Mohammed Aldazada. Sean Cadden. Heather Coughlin. Noel Crean. Cormac Culleton. Owen Galvin. Rian Hegarty Donnellan. Conor Mangan. Shane McAvoy. Jamie Smith. So as the graduates of the Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronics return to the seats, can I please have a round of applause? Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering and Renewable Energy, Nicholas Yilong Chia. Dara Delahunt. Adam Gavigan. David Gilligan. Tom Thomas. And a round of applause, please, for the graduates of the Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering and Renewable Energy. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Cheng Shaoshan. Daniel Crahan. Colin McGowan. Patrick O'Connor. Thomas Simpson. And a well-deserved round of applause, please, for the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical and Polymer Engineering, Oren Clear. Aaron Maloney. Caleb Meany. Cian Mulvey. Alan Nugent. Patrick Wolniuk. Could I please have a round of applause for the graduates of the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical and Polymer Engineering. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Manufacturing Technology, Conor Casey. Dara Fitzgerald. Matthew Keating. Kevin Newman. Cian Oosterban, Conor Quinn, David Riggs, Yang Chi Hong, and as they return to their seats, a collective round of applause, please, for the graduates of the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Manufacturing Technology. Bachelor of Science in Polymer Processing Technology, Conor Carberry. Roisin Dillon. Aaron Duncan. Brian Dwyer. Colin Fowdy. Carl Grogan. Owen Kelly. John Maguire. Luke MacDonald. Owen O'Sullivan. Lucian Verkin. Ian Walker. Could I have a well-deserved round of applause, please, for the graduates of the Bachelor of Science in Polymer Processing Technology. Higher Diploma in Science in BIM for Civil Engineering and Construction, Oliver Blake. Stephen Grant. Shane O'Driscoll. And for the graduates in the Higher Diploma in Science in BIM for Civil Engineering and Construction, could I please have a round of applause? Postgraduate Diploma in Science in Advanced Polymer Materials, Paul Dinan. Robert Milner. And a round of applause, please, for our graduates of the Postgraduate Diploma in Science in Advanced Polymer Materials. Master of Science in Advanced Polymer Materials, Edward Ball. Clara Bracken. Aaron Clark. Niall Coughlin. Jonathan Doyle. Katie Hardiman. Rebecca Helibert. Aidan Leach. Henrique Colovata. Adam Szydrzewski. And a well-deserved round of applause, please, for the graduates of the Master of Science in Advanced Polymer Materials. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe and Breda. I think we should all acknowledge our graduates now with a round of applause. We now come to a very special part of our conferring ceremony today, the conduct of a posthumous award. An award may be conferred posthumously by the President, where the Technological University considers such an award to be appropriate in the event of a premature death and passing of a fully registered student near the completion of their programme of study. Today, President, I would request that you would make such a posthumous award to Gerard Rehel, who was a registered student on the Bachelor of Science in Polymer Processing Technology. Gerard passed away suddenly earlier this year. He's a great loss to his class group and to us here on the Athlone campus. We're aware that he was hugely popular, a role model to fellow students who was always there to help them and was always highly respected on his work site, and every member of his class group is here today. We offer our sincerest condolences to Gerard's family who are with us in the audience and those watching from home, to his friends and to his classmates. I now ask Philip, Gerard's brother, to accept his academic award of a Bachelor of Science in Polymer Processing Technology on his behalf. Congratulations to his family. Arieste Greva Anam Dealish. Now I'd like to warmly welcome the Dean of Postgraduate Studies and Research, Dr. Maura Brophy, to present our Masters by Research and PhD students for the conferring of their awards. These are outlined on page 52 of your conferring booklet.
Thanks, Francis. So we now have Postgraduate Award for Masters by Research. I hereby call upon Principal Supervisor Dr. Luke Geaver to present Aina Duffy for conferring. Aina's thesis title is The Development of Novel Polyester Fibre Formulations for High-End Applications and is supervised by Dr. Luke Geever, Dr. Creven O'Donnell and Dr. Joe Geever. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honour that I present to you Aina Duffy, who has successfully completed a Masters of Engineering in Polymer Engineering by Research in the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design in the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, and is worthy of the award of Masters by Research. One of the biggest challenges facing today's society is the ever-increasing amounts of plastic waste. Aina's research focused on the recycling polymer waste into a valuable resource, which could be used in high-end fibre applications. This study was performed in collaboration with industrial partners Wellman International Limited, who are Europe's largest PET recyclers. Since completing his Masters, Aina has taken up a role as Associated Manufacturing Engineer with Airgen in County Galway. Congratulations, Aina. So we now have the Postgraduate Awards of Doctor of Philosophy. I hereby call on Principal Supervisor Dr. Declan Devine to present Marina Bandera for conferring. Marina's thesis is on the green synthesis of zinc oxide nanoparticles using Ilex paragenesis leaves for application in antimicrobial polyelectrolyte biomaterials. Supervised by Dr. Declan Devine, Dr. Janea de Silva Crespo, and Dr. Mariana Rochelle. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honour that I present to you Marina Bandera, who has successfully completed a PhD degree in the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design in the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, and is worthy of the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Marina holds a bachelor degree in chemical engineering awarded by UCS in Brazil and came to Athlone in 2018, sponsored by a CAPE scholarship as a visiting researcher, which developed into a joint PhD. The MOU for collaboration was signed in 2019, and her thesis is the first joint PhD award by the Faculty of Engineering. Marina's career in research started during her undergrad studies at UCS when she participated in a scientific research program initiation in which she received honours in the 21st meeting of young researchers in her home university. She has also experienced an exchange program in Cork Institute of Technology as a chemical engineering student. During her PhD, Marina was awarded a grant from the European Cost Actions to undertake antimicrobial course in the University of Latvia Riga and to work in a short-term scientific mission at Politecnico di Torino. She acknowledges her supervisors for their guidance during the PhD support and dedicates it to her family for all the love and support. Congratulations, Marina.
And to be the first to congratulate you, Doctor.
I hereby call on Principal Supervisor Dr. Ian Major to present Gavin Burke for conferring. Gavin's thesis is on the modification of PEGDMA hydrogels for use in the fabrication of peripheral nerve guidance conduits, supervised by Dr. Ian Major and Dr. Declan Devine. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honour that I present to you Gavin Burke, who successfully completed a PhD degree in the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design in the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, and is worthy of the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Gavin grew up in Ballyfermot, Dublin, and is the second oldest of 4 children. He graduated AIT with a BSc Honours in Toxicology. His PhD research has specialised in tissue engineering with the aim of enhancing nerve repair to the use of novel materials. He is an author of 3 peer-reviewed journal papers, 1 book chapter, and several bioengineering and 3D printing conference publications. Another achievement for Gavin during his PhD was the birth of his son Theodore with his partner Danielle. Congratulations, Gavin.
First to congratulate you, Dr. Burke.
I hereby call on Principal Supervisor Dr. Michael Nugent to present Borshin Chi for conferring. Borshin's thesis was on the development of novel PVA hydrogel for biomedical and drug delivery applications, supervised by Dr. Michael Nugent and Professor Neil Rowan. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honour that I present you Borshin Chi, who has successfully completed a PhD degree in the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design in the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands of the Midwest, and is worthy of the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Borshin is originally from Malaysia. She initially studied in AIT as an undergraduate, where she completed a bachelor's degree in biotechnology in 2012. Subsequent to that, Borshin undertook a research master's in polymer engineering and was successful in transferring to the PhD with the President's Doctoral Scholarship. During her PhD studies, Borshin has had international collaborations on developing materials for brain and bone cancer. Borshin has also authored over a dozen papers in international journals and written 2 book chapters on nanotechnology and biomedical materials. Borshin has presented her work at national and international conferences, and her research is still ongoing. Borshin is presently working on developing nanotechnology for biomedical applications. Well done, Borshin.
It gives me much pleasure to present you with your parchment. May the first to congratulate you, Dr. Chi.
I hereby call on Principal Supervisor Dr. Luke Geaver to present Maya Frost for conferring. Maya's thesis was on the synthesis of thermosensitive polymers for use in drug delivery applications, supervised by Dr. Luke Geaver, Dr. Sean Lyons, and Professor Clem Higginbotham. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honour that I present to you Maya Frost, who has successfully completed a PhD degree in the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design in the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, and is worthy of the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Maya's PhD is in the field of polymer materials for controlled drug delivery, and it's been a very busy year in Maya's home, as her son also did his Leaving Cert this year and started his own college journey. Maya's professional career as a paramedic in America provided real-world clinical experience, where she received a rare professional commendation for patient care. As a critical care fight medic and advanced life support paramedic, she was involved in clinical trials of streptokinase and in myocardial infarction in clinical trials, emergency room and in hospital work. She obtained a BSc Honours degree in Bioanalytical Science and was awarded the Norbrook Barnett Pharmaceutical Sciences Scholarship in 2013, receiving her Master's in Pharmaceutical Sciences from the University of Ulster in 2014. She is also Associate Member of the Royal Society of Chemistry. Well done, Maya.
gives me much pleasure to present you with your parchment. Let me be the first to congratulate you.
I hereby call on Principal Supervisor Dr. Declan Devine to present Chaitra Venkatesh for conferring. Chaitra's thesis was on the development of drug-eluting biodegradable nanocomposite for use in coronary stents, supervised by Dr. Declan Devine, Dr. Ian Major and Dr. Sean Lyons. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honour that I present to you Chaitra Venkatesh, who has successfully completed a PhD degree in the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics in the Department of Polymer, Mechanical and Design in the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, and is worthy of the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Chaitra is from Mysore in India and also completed her Bachelor's of Engineering in Industrial and Production Engineering. Moving to Ireland, she returned to education after 10 years as a mature student. She started a Master's by Research for the development of drug-eluting biodegradable nanocomposite for the use in coronary stents and received a President's Seed Fund Award to continue to a PhD. The aim of her research is to develop novel biodegradable polymer nanocomposite with sustained drug release capacity, which can be developed into coronary stents via 3D printing. Thus, the developed stent would degrade after the support is no longer needed. She has 5 publications and has also disseminated her work in 13 national and international conferences. She dedicates her thesis to her son, Akash. Congratulations, Chaitra.
Present you with your parchment. Let me be the first to congratulate you.
And to all of our postgraduate research supervisors, and of course to our graduates who have just been conferred with Masters by Research and Doctor of Philosophy. I think all of that hard work by everybody deserves another collective round of applause. I now invite the President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cannan, to give his graduation address.
Thanks very much, Francis. Just when you thought it was all over. But Adina Usla, Ta hasn't do marm the Shahanu, August Bewait Lum Academy La Falcha, Curr of Galer. Graduates, parents, family members, chair of our governing body, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. As the new president of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, it is my honour and privilege to welcome you here today to our inaugural graduation ceremonies for TUS at our Athlone campus. As you have heard, our graduation session here today is the 6th graduation ceremony of many that will take place across our 6 TUS campuses. Over the coming weeks, we will also celebrate the inaugural graduates of TUS across our Moylish and Clare Street campuses in Limerick, from Ennis, Thurles and Clonmel. But at the heart of each of these campuses is a dynamic, close-knit community of learners, represented here in the Midlands by 7 ceremonies across the 3 days of graduation. And on this campus, we will confer 1,944 undergraduate students and 329 postgraduate students, including 3 Masters by Research and 9 PhDs, of which we've seen 5 today and the one Masters. A great achievement. And it is a momentous day for you, our graduates, but for your family and loved ones present in the Athlone International Arena and those watching our graduation live stream at home, it is also a momentous day. And it's a proud day for all our TUS campus, Athlone campus community who have helped you and supported you on your journey. And indeed, it's a historic day for the entire TUS family. And that family, our TUS family, of which we are now, you, the graduates, are now the first alumni, comprises 6 campuses in 4 counties. We are over 14,000 students and over 2,000 staff between full-time and part-time. But we are a collective region of stakeholders on a shared journey to impact today's world and lead the world of tomorrow across social, cultural, and economic domains. Our TUS family comprises students, staff, and stakeholders who have delivered with us our shared ambition, not just to be Ireland's newest technological university, and I congratulate the Connacht Ulster Alliance on being brought forward as the next technological university, but we're still Ireland's newest technological university. But we're also Ireland's first trans-regional university. But we want to be Ireland's best technological university. And we will become the best because of the people in this institution. And those people include each of you here today, the graduates sitting in front of me as the inaugural graduates of our university, as well as the staff and stakeholders. Because you, as students, are at the heart of this technological university. Our entire community that is represented here today has shared this journey with you and supported you along the way. And it's this supportiveness that's one of the hallmarks of our community. And I believe it makes us unique. It has enabled you to achieve your goal of graduating, to sit here today in your academic dress, proud of who you are, whom you have become during your time with us, and no doubt dreaming of the future, just as we are in TUS. Now, our stories, yours as a new graduate and ours as a fledgling university, they follow a similar path. As I say, we both share aspirations for the future. We have ambitions to be the best, to make a difference in the world, and to shape, to create, to innovate, and yes, to lead. However, our story, like yours, just didn't happen today. The foundations of our TUS story have been laid down over generations in the Midlands and the Midwest through our 2 founding institutions of Athlone Institute of Technology and Limerick Institute of Technology. And we proudly stand on the shoulders of this knowledge, this expertise, this heritage. We respect its provenance, as it has proudly provided us with our DNA. And above me, as I stand before you today, you will see our new emblem, represented by a bridge and water. And that emblem, our emblem, is more than symbolic. It tells our story. Our bridge connects our communities along the River Shannon and on both sides of the River Shannon, and it connects us to each other. It connects our regions to the rest of the country and to the world. And for me, and for many others, education itself is a bridge. It provides learners with opportunities for self-development, to succeed, and to drive change. Our bridge symbolizes accessibility and inclusion and represents the core of our new multi-campus university. As one, united. We are a region of over 850,000 people, bordering half of almost every county in the Republic, and we are linked by water. The magical River Shannon's water is often referred to as the well of knowledge, but I wouldn't drink it. It has served as an ancient route for knowledge sharing for hundreds of years. Up the river from where we sit today lies Clonmacnoise, an ancient monastery on the banks of the River Shannon, founded by St. Ciarán in the 6th century. The monastery flourished and became a seat of great learning, a university of its time, with students from all across Europe. It became a place of reverence and excellence in learning that typifies a period in Irish history when Ireland was known as the land of saints and scholars. Today, many centuries later, through the beginning of our story, that sense of knowledge flowing deep, and a university of our time once more stands proud on the banks of the River Shannon here in the Midlands and the Midwest. But it's not just knowledge that flows in our university. Community too flows deep. And our ambition to serve as a resource for the people living in these regions and beyond, linked by the River Shannon, is unfolding. The ambition of TUS is to impact our communities, our region, and indeed to have a global impact through our knowledge creation and our knowledge sharing. We want to lead, and we want to lead the development of our regions here in the Midlands and Midwest, and to sustain a virtuous cycle so that our students can study on our campuses and our graduates can live and work and raise families in our regions. We want to encourage the inward investment of both Indigenous companies and foreign direct companies to strengthen our clusters in software and technology and smart manufacturing and professional services, including financial services, medical technology and biopharmaceuticals, to name but a few. We want our university, our new type of university, our technological university, at the centre of an ever-growing regional ecosystem. Because regional development will be at the core of the Technological University of the Shannon. It is not just a legislative requirement of the TU Act of 2018, but a founding principle of this technological university. And it too is deeply embedded in our DNA. Our university is about developing and enhancing our regions by working together collaboratively, and it's about our stakeholders across the civic, social, industry and business realms working in a symbiotic way to achieve the shared goals of the regions. It's about developing and sustaining our collaborative, cross-cutting research and further enhancing our capacity to enrich the civic, social and cultural engagement, while at all times providing all learners with new and essential pathways and access. To your story, you graduates, and your student story, which began when you first walked through the doors of this campus. You came from different routes, some through CAO, some through PLC colleges and further education, others through access programs, apprenticeship programs, and international partners. Through these different pathways on your journey into higher education, you became a member of this community. When you studied here, you made friends with classmates. You leaned into our teaching and learning supports and were guided each step of the way by our dedicated academic and professional management and support staff. And to those staff members right across our community, on behalf of the graduates, I thank you. Thank you for your professionalism, for your support, for your determination, and indeed your empathy in encouraging each of our 2,273 graduates. And while our community of staff provided you with the necessary scaffolding, the necessary supports to help you during your time with us, it was you, graduates, that you did the work. You persevered through significant challenges. especially the COVID pandemic. And that forced you to adapt how you learned. You showed remarkable resilience, agility, strength, and determination during this period, which I know was personally challenging for so many of you. And I know there were struggles along the way, and there were personal losses for some. But despite these challenges, I am so grateful to be able to stand up here today as the inaugural president of TUS, our university, to hand you your parchment in person and proudly stand beside you in our community of staff to congratulate you on this significant achievement, your graduation day. But no one becomes a graduate on their own. We all rely on others to get us through, to encourage, to provide sustenance, just simply to be there. And to the friends and family of all our graduates, I also extend our thanks and appreciation to you. And now maybe, graduates, you might stand up, turn towards your family and friends, and maybe give them a round of applause. So why don't you get up and give them a round of applause. Well, that and your first 3 paychecks might start to rebalance things. Now to the staff who have helped you bring you to this day, again, I extend my deep thanks and appreciation. You too have had to adapt, to change, to overcome. COVID challenged education in a way that none of us could have predicted. And yet, we have our worthy graduates here today, knowledgeable and skilled. And that process of change for our staff continues on a daily basis with our new journey to create a new technological university that will challenge and disrupt conventional thinking. And I very much look forward to our journey together, to our transformation. And our transformation will become part of a much wider transformation. And that is the transformative power of education itself. Education changes lives, provides opportunities. It's something I deeply believe in. And this too is part of our DNA. And now you graduates, you are the inaugural alumni of our new university. You have felt that power of transformation through education. And I ask you to take that responsibility to use that power and to make a difference, make an impact on people's lives and on the world within which we live. On this historic day, as I look out at the first graduates of our new university, stand tall and stand proud. What you have achieved is immense. And along with my colleagues, we will watch your continued journey with great interest and pride as you navigate your next steps in life and begin the next chapter in your story. And so to the class of 2021 and the inaugural graduates of the Technological University of the Shannon, I wish you the best of luck and heartfelt congratulations. Gur míle maith agam go léir.
Thank you, President, and for those words of ambition in relation to our regions, the Midlands and Midwest, and that your ambition will be fundamentally realised based on the building blocks of you, our graduates. So, ladies and gentlemen, Chairman, colleagues, and now graduates, the class of 2021, that concludes our conferring ceremony. It would be remiss of me, though, not to acknowledge the enormous work that has been invested in the past number of weeks to ensure that today's graduation ceremony could be conducted back on campus rather than virtually. Therefore, I'd like to thank our staff who have made today run so smoothly, in particularly our registry department under the leadership of Marguerite Murphy, Caroline and all of the team. To our Quality Office, Cora and Mary, under the leadership of our Assistant Registrar and Head of Quality, Mary Good. Cora, your diligence in ensuring the distribution of all parchments efficiently and effectively today is commendable, so thank you. To the faculty administrators led by Louise and the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Anne and all of the team, thank you for your great work over the past number of weeks and days and over the years in terms of supporting the students. They're all hiding back here, but just I to say thanks on your behalf because I know the amount of support that they give you. I think our arena, you must admit, has been transformed to be an incredible conferring centre. It has been set up with dedication to be a safe and welcoming venue for us to celebrate our conferring today. This is in no small part thanks to our estates team led by Jerry Doonan and all of his team. They've done incredible work in transforming this wonderful venue for us, and I'd like to thank them most sincerely. A special word of thanks too to our estates manager Cormac Cloonan, our health and safety officer Fergal Sweeney, for guiding the setup of our ceremonies this year against the backdrop of the public health guidelines. Thanks also to the Head of Student Services, Sarah Lecumber, for all of her work and that of our team, assisting in the smooth conduct of the ceremonies, including over in the multi-purpose hall where you collected your gowns. And also to Paul Coburn and David Kelly from the catering service area, who have provided a snack to aid you on your way home post our ceremony today. Again, I'd like to thank the 2nd Brigade Army Band for their contribution to today's ceremony under the stewardship of Captain Thomas Kelly. An uplifting and joyous contribution. Thank you all sincerely. As a token of our appreciation to all those I've just mentioned, you might give them all a hearty round of applause before we conclude today's proceedings. So graduates, just on the last operational aspect, you'll be able to collect your snack when you leave back your gowns in the MPH this afternoon. This is a takeaway service, unfortunately, this year because of public health guidelines, but I'm sure we will see you back here on the campus at some stage or other so that we can welcome you with a proper cup of tea or coffee. We look forward to that. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our graduation ceremony for 2021. We congratulate you, the class of 2021, for your significant accomplishment and can now proudly call you a member of the inaugural TUS alumni community. Along with my colleagues, I wish you continued success, happiness, health, and personal fulfilment in your career and lives. We hope that you enjoyed the rest of your special day and evening safely in the company of your family and friends. If I can now please ask you to rise. The 2nd Brigade Band will play us out as the academic procession leaves the arena. And I now invite our graduates this occasion to join from the top of the hall nearest the stage to join us in our academic procession, row by row, as we leave the hall, starting from nearest the stage. Gurmila Mahagut agus Gnarian Bohala.